Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today is my weekly strategy video where I will pick some random different currency pairs, okay, forex currency pairs, and we will try to find some trades that we can enter using some of my various strategies, and I will show you how to enter, where to exit, and that type of scenario, okay. And this is exactly what I do in my weekly webinars every week. So I know many people do not have a chance to attend my webinars. So the reason I'm making these videos is to give you an idea of how to become a better trader, how to find trades, and trade exactly like I trade, and I trade for other people as well. So to begin with here, okay, I'm gonna pick some random pairs, okay. I have not looked at anything in advance. The only pair I looked at was Euro USD because I was interested in how the Euro was doing, but I'm gonna pick, I don't want to pick Euro USD because that's just too popular, but I'm going to pick GBPNZD, okay? This is just random. I just happened to pick this one. I have not looked at this in advance. And we're just going to take a quick peek and see what we see. Okay, it looks like it's going in a flat range of market, okay? I'm on the 1 hour chart, okay, which is the default time frame here. So we see it has a lot of ups and downs, which has a lot of good buy and sell opportunities. If we zoom out a little bit, we see that yes, it's been riding in a flat range market for quite some time, and right now it shows that it's going up, okay. So that's a pretty good indicator that this will be going up. It hit this almost the same level of support that it hit before, but obviously it's, you know, not a little bit higher. So the fact that this blue arrow is higher than the last, and this blue arrow is higher than the last, and this blue arrow is higher than the last, that means it's a slow and steady uptrend, okay. The blue always marks your support, okay. So as you can see, you know, every blue one is a little bit higher than the previous. So according to the 1 hour chart, yes, we are slowly going to uptrend. Now let's look at, I want to look at some of the higher time frames and then compare that to the lower time frames, okay. So let's look at the 4 hour chart and see what we can see. Now a 4 hour chart shows to go down. We have a red arrow and no blue arrow, okay. So that means long term is going to drop, but again we see here that this blue arrow, you know, is lower than this one. So I think the next blue arrow is going to be even higher, okay. So what's going to happen? Well, we have a, I'm going to go ahead and mark it right here. We have a support right here where this candle is hit. If that price drops down to there, it should form a blue arrow, okay, which would be slightly higher than the previous, right? And that would, you know, follow the uptrend, my theory. If we look at the daily chart now, daily chart is kind of the same situation, okay. We have a red arrow and no blue arrow. Now what I think, if we look at the, you know, this arrow was higher than the previous, but this one was lower, so it's kind of hard to gauge, right? But the thing is, I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think if this support line is hit again, not only will the 4 hour form a blue arrow, but the red should as well, okay. Now the thing is, it's hard to say because we have a support here, okay, where this blue arrow hit, so we know that's a very strong support. So there's a strong possibility that the price will drop down to here, okay. So then if we look at, if we go back to the 4 hour, even 1 hour, 1 hour shows to go up right now. So what that means, in the short term it's going to go up, in the long term it's probably going to drop. Now there's a good possibility that this could break and drop all the way down here. We don't know, because if we look at the 4 hour chart, we have a number of blue arrows at this support line here. So yes, it's possible that, you know, we could see the price drop back down. Now let's look at the weekly chart, because I didn't look at that. And again, we see pretty much the same thing we saw on the daily. We have a red arrow pointing down and a blue arrow pointing up, okay. So ideally this should be headed down long term, okay. And I can mark with the horizontal line, I can mark this support here, okay, where the blue, the blue arrow hit on the weekly chart last. So I already marked 3 different points. So this was on the 4-hour, daily, and weekly. So we have different support levels, okay? And these are all strong support levels. But the key takeaway about support and resistance levels is that all support and resistance levels eventually get broken, okay? They're not 100% set in stone. Please keep that in mind, okay? This is forex, and we don't know exactly what will happen. So long term, in the coming weeks, the coming months, we're looking for this to drop, okay? But you know, now if we go to the smaller time frames, you know, we see on the 1-hour chart, like I said, it's been pretty much in a flat range of market with a slight uptrend. Anything that goes up must come down. So it is very possible that this could go down here in the coming weeks, and that's kind of what we're looking towards. Now if we go to the smaller time frames, just look at the 30-minute. Okay, 30 minutes shows to go up, 15 minutes shows to go up, 5 minutes shows to go down. Okay, so the price on the 5-minute chart here, we see the price had gone down. You can see that now it's just kind of stuck right here for the last few hours. And today is November 3rd right here, but it's been just riding sideways today. Okay, and so that means the market is kind of stabilized right now, and you could literally just scalp that for small pips. And if we look at the 1-minute chart, we get a real fine detail, but you get a lot of up and down error. So you really have to zoom out on the 1-minute chart to see anything worthwhile, but it shows to go up right now. So, you know, in the next hour or two, we should see the price go up, okay, if you go by the smaller time frames, right? 15 minutes shows to go up, 30 minutes shows to go up, so, and the 1 hour shows to go up. So what I think is, for the next 24 hours, maybe even 48 hours, we should see the price going up, okay? But where is the price headed long term? That's what I want to know. I don't really care so much about where it's going to go in the next few hours, okay? Because what if, okay, what if I was to buy right now and the price just dropped, okay? We know that the bigger trends always outweigh the smaller trends. So I want to trade with the bigger trends, okay? I want to go by the 4-hour, daily, and weekly charts, okay? So the bigger time frames show to sell, and the smaller time frames show to buy. So what's going to happen is the price is going to go up and then shoot back down, okay? And we want to sell. We want to catch that price when it drops. We do not want to buy. All right, hope that makes sense. So to summarize again, always trade with the bigger time frames, okay? So in this particular case here, we want to sell only. So if we go to the 1-hour chart, we see this price is already starting to go up. Like I said, it should be going up for the next 24 to 48 hours. And we have a strong resistance here. So it could go higher, I don't know. Nobody can tell the future. But what I want to do is I want to mark that resistance. And then I look in the past to see where else there was a resistance. So resistance here, 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 pretty much here, here, you know. So, and there was a support also. The price had bounced off of this. It was a resistance, broke, and formed a support. Formed to hit the support here, broke, made a resistance, came up, hit that resistance, came back down, hit that resistance again, and dropped. So, as of this moment, that's a pretty strong resistance. Excuse me. So we should be seeing that drop if it hits that resistance. So what I want to do essentially here is put a sell limit pending order just below this blue line right here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I don't want to put it right on that blue line because there's a chance that it may not, you know, exactly touch that. So I'll put a sell limit pending order. Keep in mind, limit orders, especially if you're doing sell, need to be higher than the current price. Okay, and stop orders need to be below. So we're going to put a limit order here, and hopefully the price will shoot up, activate a sell trade, and then maybe go up a little bit higher, and you have a slight drawdown, and then the price will come back down for the kill. And then we'll put a take profit somewhere down here, okay? And what that's going to do is you have a trade open and then close within about 24 hours, less than 24 hours. This way we can avoid any swap fees, okay, or have very little swap fees. All right, swap fees are incurred if you keep a trade open for more than 24 hours at a time. So every single day that you keep your trade open, you're getting charged. Okay, you get charged like a penalty by your broker. It's just another way for brokers to make money. Okay, brokers already charge you a commission, a flat commission already. So why give them even more money with the swap fees? That's my logic. Okay, so, and I just want to kind of pass that on to you so you can trade in the same manner. So it's better to have a lot of small trades open and close quickly than to have one long trade open for weeks at a time. You might make a lot of money in the long run if you have one single trade, but then you'll have a lot of swap fees digging into that profit. And we don't want that. Okay, so to place a buy limit pin order, we go right here, click new order, and then change this from market execution to pin order, and then select sell limit right here. Okay, for at price, we have a tick mark right here. Okay, it's at 1.95810, so I'm just going to make it 1.95800 even. Okay, and then the take profit I'm going to put below, which will be 1.95, 1.94800. This is going to be 1,000 pips, but only because it's a GBP pair. Most of the GBP pairs, Great British Pound pairs, are very good to trade because they give you a lot of profit on small movements. So I'm going to put this at 1.94800. Okay, just like I said. Okay, see, now I got a trade place. So here we see sell limit and we see TP for take profit. And that's actually where the price is right now. Okay, so like I said, 1,000 pips or points depending on your broker. And you know, I'm using a 0.10 lot size here in this example. So that's $66 in profit. Now, we hope that this will go up, but what if it doesn't? Okay, what if it just decides to drop down? We don't know. Nobody can foresee the future, right? So we want to also put a stop order below this support and catch it when it drops. Now this will probably take another week or so for this to happen, but it's okay. Okay, and if we put a stop order below here and the price shoots up, we could actually take the stop order and then raise it up some, drag it, click on it and drag it up. And I'll show you here in a sec. If I go to new order here and select pin order, then I'm going to choose sell stop. Okay, after we choose sell stop, I want to pick a price that's a little below here, and it doesn't have to be an exact number, but I'm going to pick 1.93800. Okay, 800 seems to be the lucky number here, right? So, and I'm going to pick take profit. I do not want to use a huge take profit. Usually the stop orders have a smaller take profit, so I'm going to pick 1.93. Well, we can do 92. Let's try 92,800. See how that looks. That might work in our favor. Okay, another 1,000 pips right there. I didn't quite want that big of a take profit, but if we look at the daily chart, we see we have a support down here. Okay, and that's where we're aiming for our price to go. So that's going to take some time. Okay, this is not like it's going to happen overnight. So, but this, if you keep this type of strategy, it's better than like trying to scalp using a 1 minute or 5 minute chart, because we don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of things that can happen really quickly, and if you trade on a 5 minute chart, and for example, let's look at the 5 minute chart here. Okay, I'm just going to clear some of these horizontal lines so you can see better. But if I look on the 5 minute chart, right now it shows the sell. Okay, do I want to sell? If I sell right now, there's a very good chance it's going to go up. Okay, because the 1 hour shows to go up. So yeah, I could probably sell right now and catch a few pips down the way. you know, but then problem with this is I got to be glued to my computer. Okay, I got to be constantly biting my fingernails watching this, you know. And you can clearly see the price right here had dropped. Okay, now it's kind of like running sideways. So the next move is to go up. Okay, and like I said before, all these support and resistance levels eventually get broken. Okay, don't think because I have a blue line here, this is support, that's a solid support and the price cannot go any lower. Well, shit, the price went dropped here. So that proves that, you know, just because, you know, you have a blue or red arrow doesn't mean that the price is not going to go beyond that. Okay, so we have a red arrow here. We know that the price can go much higher than that. All right, now it might shoot down and form a blue arrow. We have a blue arrow right here. Okay, so right now the price might shoot down, yes, and touch that and go back up and then go higher. So we're looking, like I said, we're looking at the next 24 to 48 hours for this to go up. So based on, if I was going to scalp using a 5-minute chart, okay, I would look at the 1 hour chart and say, okay, this is going to be going up in the next 24 hours. I would look for buy signals only on the 5-minute chart. Okay, that'd be a much safer bet. All right, but you know, take it as you will. Yes, you can do this. The 1 hour chart right now says to buy. Yes, you could buy. I have no problems with that. But for me, I want something that's kind of like set and forget. Okay, that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to stress about. I can come back periodically throughout the day, check it in the afternoon, check it before I go to bed, that type of thing. You know, check it when I wake up in the morning and see how my trades are looking. I don't have to be here every single hour looking at this, you know, freaking out, wondering what's going to happen next. Okay, so this is just GBPNZD. I picked random. Let's pick another one. Typically in my webinars, I will ask for you to pick a pair for me, but I'm going to pick, that was a GBP pair. Let's pick CADCHF. Okay. CAD, Swiss franc, Canadian dollar versus Swiss franc. Look right here on the default 1 hour chart. We see the price had gone up. Now it's hit a resistance. It's got a red arrow and should be going down. The price went down a little bit, has a small pullback, and it should be dropping here. Hopefully in the next 24 to 48 hours it'll be dropping. Now let's look at the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart shows to go up. Okay, but it did hit a same resistance that this hit before. That's key. So it should, I'm gonna say should be going down. You look at the daily chart. Daily chart shows to go up. So what does that mean? All right, that means long term, in the coming weeks, the coming months, like this, etc., etc., we're going to be seeing the price go up. Okay, but as you can clearly see, you know, the price had gone up here, then back down, up a little bit, and back down again. About it's going to go back down. So it's more or less just riding in a sideways fashion. Okay, but we do have a strong resistance here, and we have a strong support here. So that's kind of like our range, operating range, where the price is moving right now. So, you know, we have a support down here. So I would better guess that the price is going to drop now. Probably within the next week, you should see the price drop and then hit the support and come back up somewhere down here. Okay, look at the weekly chart while we're at it. Weekly chart again shows to go up. So we know long term, okay, long term this is going to go up. So keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, you want to buy only. Okay, 4 hour chart shows the buy. Okay, so 4 hour, daily, and weekly all show the buy. Okay, and the smaller time frames. Now let's look at the smaller time frames. The 1 hour shows to sell. The 30-minute shows to sell, right? 15-minute shows to sell. 5-minute shows to sell, and the 1 minute shows to sell as well. So we know that within the next, you know, 24 or 48 hours, maybe even 72 hours, the price is going to be dropping. Okay, so for the next day or two, we should see the price solidly dropping. All right, but long term it's going to go up. So like I said before, we want to buy only, right? So case in point, we're going to do something a little bit different than what we saw with this GBPNZD. Here we use sell limit and sell stop. Here we're going to do the opposite. Okay, we're going to use buy limit and buy stop. Okay, the limit orders go below the price when you have a buy, and the stop orders go above. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And stop order, limit orders is something you have to play with just to get a feel for it and a better understanding. But once you do it a few times, you will understand. So now we're here on the 1 hour chart. Let's go back to the 1 hour chart. We see we have a strong resistance here, strong support there. So I'm going to mark this support. Okay, I do not think the price is going to drop all the way down to here. It could, but you know, I know we want to buy, so we want to put a buy limit. Let me zoom out a bit. We have a support here. Okay, you can see that with that blue line there, and has a support. The price had a support here. So as of right now, this is our current support. Okay, I mean, you know, this is our last strong support. I see in the past there was kind of a support here, so it could drop down to here. I don't know, but let's just go with that. Okay, there's a chance, probably a small chance, that the price will drop down in this range. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a buy limit slightly above this line. Okay, and we're going to put here buy limit, and I'm going to put here activation price at 0.68850. Okay, which is just a little bit above that tick mark. And I'm going to put the take profit at, okay, 0.69400. I'm gonna go greedy, 450. $600 pips in profit. Okay, like if you look at, if you compare this is a big movement. Okay, you compare that to GBPNZD here, the same movement is going to get you 1,000 pips. Okay, that's why I like trading the GBP pairs, Great British Pound, versus like the Canadian dollar, because you have a big movement, but it's only 600 pips, not 1,000 pips, right? But that's okay. All right, no big deal. And you see the buy limit here and take profit. So essentially here, like I said, what we're looking for is the prices drop, okay, over the next day or two. Activate a buy trade, maybe drop some more, we don't know, and have a slight drawdown, but then eventually the price is going to go back up. Okay, now we're going to mark our resistance right here as well. Okay, and where, if this, essentially the price is going to go higher, so we got to think, where is the price going to go next? Once it goes higher here, where is it going to go? I don't know. So we'll go some higher time frames and look for some stronger resistance points. Okay, go to the 4 hour here, and we see what price had come to this level before. So more than likely, it's going to go back to that same level once this breaks. Okay, right now it should drop. Okay, but there's no red arrow, so we don't know. It could go higher. That's why you want to use buy limit orders like this, because if the price shoots up right now, I can just grab this and drag it up. Okay, like this and drag it up. Okay, that way there is no risk involved. Okay, if you look at the 1 hour chart and it shows the sell, and you were to sell right now, what happens if the price keeps going up? You're gonna be really mad, right? So like I said, go with the bigger trend, buy only. Okay, Now I'm going to mark this resistance here on the 4-hour chart, and we're going to put a smaller take profit, pennant order take profit here. But this time we're going to do a stop order. Go back to the 1-hour chart so you can see this a little easier. Change this to market execution to pennant order. Select buy stop, and right here we're going to put 0.69 800. Why not? And here I'm going to take profit and put 0.70. I think that should work. Okay, yeah, it looks okay. You have a space here and a space there, so that's ideally what we want to see. Okay, now this is only 200 pips. I told you it'd be smaller. Here we got what? 600 pips, right? I already forgot. But it's okay. So essentially you could have a total of 800 pips in profit. Okay. Now compare that to this GBPNZD. You could have essentially 2,000 pips. Right? So you'd have a lot more profit with the Great British Pound. But anyhow, it doesn't really matter. Okay. The fact is that you're making money. Okay. You're moving ahead in forex. So every win is a win, no matter what. All right, and that's our goal here, is to have multiple wins. Okay, so key takeaway here is to make sure you always go with the bigger trend. Okay, look at the higher time frames, the 4-hour, daily, and weekly. See where they are going. Okay, then look at the smaller time frames, and hopefully the smaller time frames will be going in the opposite direction. Okay, and then you can place limit and stop orders just like I showed you. Now, what if all the time frames are going in the same direction? Okay, I'm not going to sit here and go through all these pairs to find one, but essentially what happens if you have all the pairs going in the time frames, what I like to do is use limit orders only, and not any stop orders. Okay, because the reason being is because the price, let's say the price on a 4-hour chart had come down, hit a strong support. Now everything's showing to go up, right? Okay. There's always a chance that it could drop more. I've seen it happen. Okay. Even though all the time frames are showing to go up, it could drop more. Okay. The market has not had a complete reversal yet. Okay. So if you use a stop order, what could happen is the price will go up a little bit, activate that stop order, create a buy trade, and then drop. Okay, and then you have a big drawdown. Okay, I've seen it happen many, many times. So when you have all the time frames shown to go up, okay, you get a strong signal to sell, strong signal to buy. That typically only occurs when you just get a strong signal. Like if it wants to sell, the price had gone up, it's been going up for a long, long time, and you got like the weekly, daily, monthly, all these showing to sell, and you're like, wow. But it's been going up for so long, there's still that chance it could go up. So what I want to use is a limit order. Okay, not a huge amount up, maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 200 or 300 points above the price. Okay, if it's a sell, and then wait for it to drop. Okay, now I will wait. If all the signals are showing to sell, for example, I will wait for it to drop and wait for like the smaller time frames to show to buy. As long as the bigger time frames show to sell and the smaller time frames show to buy, then I can start playing around, putting limit orders and stop orders both. Okay, I'll have something to work with. But if all the time frames show the same signal, then I want to use limit orders only, because I don't know if there is a strong reversal yet in the market. Okay, hope that makes sense. So anyways, that concludes my weekly strategy video. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel, because every week I'm going to put new videos out. And if you have any questions about this, or you need me to analyze any trades or whatever, hit me up on Facebook. I have a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Also, there is a link for my private Facebook group where you can request to join my Facebook group. and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Okay, so that said, I hope you gain some knowledge, gain some value out of this. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.